Okay guys, welcome to the training for today. We're gonna walk you guys through this business foundation for your one-person business. Now I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough of the flow chart so that you guys can get an idea exactly what happens when you apply the three, I would say not the three, but the six steps in order for you to properly set up your one-person business. And from there, this way, you can be able to systemize everything. You will be able also to delegate everything, and this will give you time freedom, of which then you can monetize your audience. Okay, so we're gonna start from the start and talk a bit about the one audience and the one offer. Then we go into the one funnel system, and from there, the one business model that you want to use and utilize in order for you to deliver your fulfillment, and from there also hit the target goal that you guys have in order for you guys to basically make an income online. Okay, so let's start from the top and work our way down. So let's say, for example, you have a business idea, okay, where you see the starting flags. From this first idea, you have to search a niche. So the niche is basically the niche audience. Who are you going to sell this to? Now, if you don't have an idea, ideally you want to do a research of the niche. So there's three different niches that you can go into that you will be able to make money real fast, but at the same time for the longevity of, I would say, your lifetime. Okay, so wealth, anything that has to do with make money. You can go into health, anything that has to do with optimizing your body, putting your body or making creating a body of like a better shape, a version of it. And from there also relationships, so anything that you can improve people's relationship with each other. So once you have these three in place, or one of these three in place, you then want to see if the offer idea that you got is in demand. People want what you have as an idea to sell them. Okay, so it has to match one of these audiences, and from there you have to have a look at if the audience are buying what people want. So if you see a lot of people selling apps, products like how to build build apps, or how to get slimmer or something, then you kind of have an idea. Okay, this product must be selling, so a lot of people are selling this product. So you want to do your research, basically looking at the audience, looking at the competition, and from there finding out what are the commonality in the offers that they sell. If you see a commonality, then you know, okay, that offer is selling. Now, if you work your way down, there's two things you can do. If you don't have an offer that is in demand, you want to research the marketplace. So again, you can go on Gumroad, you can go on YouTube, you can go on Facebook, you can go on different marketplaces like Udemy, etc., etc. So you can find a lot of places that you can find products either for high ticket or for low ticket. So you want to see what is being advertised, so you can kind of have an idea, and also what people that have a personal brand that's more like experts in the industry are selling to you. Based on this, you will get an idea what you can also do. Now, let's say if you have a product and you already know that it's in high demand, that's when you want to focus on the target audience. Okay, what I mean by focus on the target audience, I mean figure out what is the commonality in the messaging that they have. What is the things that they say? What are the problems that they kind of lay out that the audience has or they're trying to solve? And what are the verbiage that they're using? With this, you want to see if they are running some type of ads. There's ads running on Google, or maybe on YouTube, or maybe on Facebook, etc. Okay, because if you start searching on their website and you hang out on Google, you will start seeing there's some ads being that are targeting you. Okay, they are following you around. So even on Instagram. So if you can find out this, it will be very helpful to you, because then you can get a sneak peek into what things are working. So you can double check if there is a low ticket offer that you can buy maybe for less than $100. And based on that, you will enter into a group of people that are or have interested in that specific thing. Now you can also go for a paid event or workshop. You sometimes see this. There's low ticket paid events workshop for like $2, $3, $400 that you can also attend, and you will also find people that are interested in certain things like copywriting, video editing, etc., etc. Okay, so depending on what it is that you want to sell, you can try to see whether people are actively spending money on in order for them to learn about that skill or acquire that thing. Okay, and based on this, you can also look for tools or software that have paid groups. So if you become, for example, a free subscriber for a software that offers you like 14 days for free, what you will tend to see is that they give you access to a Facebook group where there's a lot of members that are using that software. So if you're selling some type of design service or something else, and you suddenly see there's 100 people or 200 people or 2,000 people within a group that loves everything that has to do with designing, then probably you can go into that group and start engaging with them, start having conversation with them. Some sending a message, say, hey, I just saw you in the XYZ group. I was wondering, what are you using the tools for? Is it for design? Is it for something else? What do you think of it? In what ways has this tool helped you, etc. Trying to get some type of information from the person, and through that conversation, build some relationship. By the time they ask you, okay, so what do you do? That's when you say, hey, I normally offer people this and this solution, etc., etc. So I'm just doing some market research to understand what people are struggling with in order to improve your offer. That's it. And kind of get information, the data, to understand what we are trying to do here, which is refining and creating a targeted messaging with some idea on what to do content wise. Because if they tell you that they are struggling with certain things, and they tell you that they want certain things but the tools doesn't offer it, then okay, I will have to find another tool that offer that specific thing, and then you may create content related to tutorials talking about that thing that they want or how to do it, etc., etc. Okay, so it gives you idea what can you improve, what can you do, what can you come up with. But the only way you're gonna get those ideas is by doing a market research. All right, now let's say you did your research, you know exactly what the messaging is, you know exactly what the content is. Now it's time for you to basically do two things. If you're still confused, you may spy on your competition reels, okay? You may spy on their daily stories. You can spy on their profile description, and or you can spy on what lead magnets they have or they give away, okay? That is again if you're not clear on the messaging and you're not clear on what content you can create. But if you are clear with that, then it's ideally something you would like to provide a daily or weekly newsletter on, okay? So let's say you create your newsletter, maybe using Beehive, which is what I personally use as well, and I recommend you to use. And from there, when you create your newsletter, everything that you see on reels, stories, description, etc., and you see that people struggle with, you can then come up with content idea to share with people. Okay, so I know based on my relationship with a lot of you guys watching this video, I know that many of you guys struggle with these things, knowing about your audience, knowing about what is your offer, knowing about how to research the audience in order to find out what offer you can sell, also knowing about or researching about content and messaging, etc. So if I know that that is a hurdle for you, a struggle for you, I create flow like this or flow charts like this to step by step show you what to do, what is the next step. So if you're here, do this. If you're here, do that, etc., etc. Okay. So if you have ideas because you spied on your real stories, description, and lead magnet of your target audience and your competition, then you know what content to create and how to frame the messaging in order for it to fit in your newsletter. And from there, what you're going to provide them is a value and solution based business model. Okay, meaning whatever problem your audience is facing, you're going to create a lead magnet for, and you're going to provide newsletter on. Okay, newsletter on value of how to solve XYZ problem. With that, you're going to also provide a solution. So you're going to say to them, if you want XYZ, this outcome or solution, take this call to action or take this offer or do this, etc. Okay, so that's going to be your business model. Now, how is your business model going to grow or going to be monetized? So there's two ways you can do this. You have to have two separate systems. So for growth, you're gonna have to do sponsorships, okay, on other people's, I would say, newsletters. This way you can grow faster, or on other people's pages, like social media pages. You can also do engagement. So every time you engage with people on social media, they probably can comment on your posts, so that because they're raising their hands, they want to know, and or you can send out mass messages to people in order for them to DM you if they want certain things. Okay, so that's a way you can do it. And as a third option, within your own newsletter system, you can have referral system. So when people are happy, people leave your review, or people want to achieve or win something as an award, they can, refer someone to you and claim that thing that they want. In my case, as an example for you guys, if you guys would like to refer people to me, I give you guys t-shirts, I give you guys PDF, I give you guys free video training, etc., etc. Okay, that's also a way that you can learn about it. So if you go, for example, to the main members area, let me just go over here, and you see on the tab above referral, over here you can get more information on the things that you can get if you refer people to me. So this is the way I will compensate you guys for doing that. All right, so in the case of you, if for your business, you're going to have to create something similar. Now if you need or want more training on that, how you build it out, what you create, what you can promote, you can let me know later on in the comment section below, because I can do a guide on that specific thing about referral systems. Okay, but that will be for another guide. Now when it comes to monetization, what we want to focus on is making sure that we focus on the monetization system. Now, how do we do that? Again, 3 simple steps. You don't want to complicate it. So first you do promotions. So you come up with different ways to promote your main offer. Okay, so it can be, hey, test it out for a couple of days and then get it for a lower discount, or test it out for today at only XYZ amount of dollars, etc., etc. So you can do different type of promotions. If you have a promotion, you also want to basically do reviews. So any people that go through the process, they can also leave you a review. This way, if people like the content and would like to keep going through, they can leave you a review, so that based on the review, you can improve whatever you have from the offer. And because you improve it, other people like it, they like the improvement, and therefore they want to buy it. And from there, you can do partnerships as well. So partnership meaning other people will go and promote your offer. So those are kind of like affiliates, and they will be promoting your offer to their email list and basically get sales for you, but you pay them a portion or commission. Okay, with that in mind, what you want to do, of course, is basically, as you can see here, you basically want to start and launch your beta offer. With this idea in mind, 2 things are going to happen. When you launch your beta offer, you're going to get 2 type of audiences. Free nurture audience, meaning that they opted in because they want your offer, but then once they saw the price, they decided not to buy. So they stay as a free subscriber. Now, you also have paid delivery sequence. So that means people that bought the offer will get a delivery sequence, maybe drip feeding the entire content or simply giving the content completely upfront. Okay, so once they log in, they see everything is open, everything is accessible, and from there they receive, within the email sequence or the thank you email sequence, they can receive access to the training as well. So these are the 2 audiences you will be going to find once you launch your offer. And once that is done, because that is the fulfillment side, you have a system that you want to try to see if you can hit your target KPI, as you can see over here. So the target KPI is basically, it might be, I don't know, 10K, it might be 50K, it might be 100K, it might be, I don't know, 7 figures, whatever you want to do. But that is the target goal. So that means for us to do or reach that, we need to have some type of stepping stones towards getting there. So after people buy or they come in as a sequence, what you want to be doing is collecting data, KPIs of leads, KPI of clients, and do surveys. Okay, so with the KPIs, I mean with key performance indicator. In other words of saying, you are tracking how many people you're getting and how many people are buying and how many people are not buying. And from there, you also want to do some survey. So you want to find out what's the reason they're buying and what's the reason they're not buying. Because if within the reason they're not buying, they're saying, oh, I don't like the color black, that's when you say, okay, the people that are buying this says, hey, I love the color, I don't know, blue. And that's when you say, okay, let me try to eliminate as much black as possible within my product or service so that I can add more blue to it. Okay, so that's kind of like what you want to understand and find out so you can improve. And that's the next step. So once you have the data, the next step will be to optimize. Optimize your ads, your message, your offer, your pricing, depending on what people are giving as data. Okay, we don't want to do an assumption. We want to work out based on data. And based on that data, we want to optimize, and based on optimization, we want to see what can we split test. Okay, so you want to split test something that is new, but you only do one thing at a time. So let's say you have a headline and a video, you don't want to split test both of them. You want to split that headline first, get some data first. After you've gotten some data, at least 10 people commenting or saying something related to it, that's when you want to focus on something else. Maybe the video, maybe the call to action, maybe the button or something. Okay. After you've done so, you want to reinvest slowly and scale slowly. Okay. So you reinvest incrementally and you scale that till the point you see that you're getting more people in and more sales out of it. Because if you're seeing you're getting more people in but you're not getting sales, that means there's something within the system or the steps that you're not optimizing or you're missing out of. So you want to make sure you know that sequence very well. And based on that, you know, okay, what budget you should spend and what ad channel you should try. Are you going to try a new ad channel or the same one? Because if you're trying the same one, that's mean you want to increase in it because it's improving, it's getting better, it's providing more sales, it's providing more leads, etc., etc. Okay, keep in mind, because you have, for example, a newsletter that's growing or a newsletter that's getting a lot of opt-ins, does not mean you have more money in the future, or it does not mean more people are going to buy. You have to be careful of not getting a lot of spam emails, meaning people that just double opt-in just so that they get paid from you to them because they're providing you a lead, but then that lead is a fake lead, a fake opt-in or a fake email. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. So you have to be very careful at measuring one step at a time each ad channel. And once you do so, as you can see below, you want to build a new system or optimize the current system of your fulfillment to see indeed if the nurturing sequence is very good and it's upselling people into the paid delivery, and if the paid delivery is truly being utilized in the best way possible so that it delivers much more testimonials to you, much more client satisfaction. Keep in mind the success of a long-term business is client satisfaction. If the client is unsatisfied, they may purchase once, but then they don't purchase never again because you ruined the reputation and the relationship. But if you have a good relationship with clients, then you can see that they will stick for the long run. So they will buy stuff from other people as well. It's not a problem, but they will stick to you. They will become a loyal client and they will stick for you for decades to come. Okay? And once you do that, you have a good idea of what numbers you need to hit, you need to improve, and where do you need to improve those in order for you to hit your goal, whatever your goals is. If your goal is 10K, if your goal is 100K, if your goal is 7-figure, etc. Okay, guys, so this is the rundown of your entire system. Now, if you need clarity on each or whatever section it is from this flowchart, I highly recommend you leave your comments below in this chat box, below this article or this guide, so that I can get back to you and you can get in the next coming guides a much more clarity on that specific section. Okay, so I appreciate it for you guys watching this video. Again, leave me your comments, I will be more than happy to get back to you, and from there we'll be able to help you not only set up properly your one-person business, but also help you get leads and sales and also scale that to 7 figures. All right, I appreciate it very much. We will see each other later on. Take care.